Alright, what's up yins guys? I'm gonna do a video here real quick in response of some idiots that actually commented on the video. It's a real old video I did called The Idiocy of Speaking and Praying in Tongues, and they made statements like that there's like something wrong with me, or I'm morally or spiritually or psychologically deficient or deranged because I don't agree with praying and speaking in tongues. And they were telling me, giving me these scriptures and then telling me that to go check out YouTubers that are speaking in tongues, which I have in the past, and that's supposed to sway me in the other direction, and that's, if I go and look at these YouTubers that are doing this useless jibber jabber that doesn't have no useful function in anything, I'm supposed to be set straight if I go look at these YouTubers and look at that some scripture somebody tells me, then it's supposed to set me straight, and I'm supposed to go, okay, and then I'm supposed to look at these YouTubers and have my jaw drop in awe. I'm supposed to be in awe and feel some kind of like mixture of emotion and some kind of what do you call it, something spiritual supposed to come over me or something like that. And if that does not happen, I'm spiritually and morally and mentally, psychologically deranged or deficient or something. And like, let me tell you about how some of you are. The reason why these perverts are taking over in all these universities and all this stuff you're seeing on talk shows and the news, why these perverts and all these other idiots are taking over, is because nothing against religion. It's a good thing if it's done the right way, but people like you will not use other methods to actually intelligently rebuke some of these people out there. I mean, I believe there's a lot of these people can be intelligently rebuked and exposed for the liars and idiots they are. They're spreading this garbage and brainwashing everybody's kids and teenagers with this garbage on television and all that. You don't like the ways that some of us, people like you that subscribe to that type of religion, don't like people like us that smartly rebuke all this garbage. And in a lot of cases you resent some of us and are jealous of some of us, and you're even jealous of some of the other better Christians out there that don't practice the speaking in tongues and praying in tongues and all that. In some cases you might resent it and you're jealous of it, because the reason why these perverts are taking over is you don't believe in any other way of intelligently rebuking these people unless there's a scripture quoted from the King James Bible in the rebuking at all times. And you believe that any other rebuking of evil that does not have scripture in it is considered like worldly wisdom, and you have this cautious belief in about codes of conduct and what you're allowed to say. Like, you're not allowed, some of you believe that you're not allowed to rebuke any other kind of evil unless it has a quote from the King James Bible in it. And if you don't, it's considered like worldly wisdom. And anybody who disagrees with you or even politely points anything out, or if they don't want to politely point anything out, just snub you, walk away, or walk down the street with a chip on your shoulder, or especially if they politely challenge anything you're saying, automatically it's some kind of the tongue of the devil and the devil's preacher or something like that. Yeah, you'll pull out the devil card every time you don't have an answer for something somebody says that does not fit your narrative. And if it's any consolation to you, I say these things about atheism, about organized atheism. I complain that they actually will belittle you, and you're not allowed to say any kind of thing that doesn't fit their narrative, and they'll accuse you of being a Christian fundamentalist, and in their world you're not even allowed to like anything about any kind of people in a religion because it doesn't fit their narrative. Just because it doesn't fit their narrative. Organized atheism is just as bad. If you're not in one of their cliques or crowds and you don't suck up to any of their stuff, they have a code of conduct you got to be obedient to too. I always preach about that all the time. If anything you say don't fit their narrative, you get belittled, attacked, in a lot of cases snubbed or whatever, or just like in a religious crowd, you know what I mean? When you're in the larger groups and the cliques, where you have to kiss everybody's butt to have friends, and you gotta make sure everything you say is appropriate and it fits somebody's narrative. I mean, there's so many people in religions that are like that. You know, you got, just because somebody is a Christian, you can't say that they're all bad. I mean, but organized religion has ulterior motive, and then organized atheism the same damn way. You got to organize atheism is the same damn way. You got to join somebody's clique, and you got to be careful you don't say anything that your friends don't approve of, or if you in some cases, maybe you may not be able to like this group of Christians or this particular person or whatever. Yeah, you got to ask everybody's approval for what you're allowed to think and how you're supposed to act. And yeah, I've said that in a couple blogs with atheists and talking about hidden rules, and they're like, "Oh, what are you talking about?" Like I'm full of crap or whatever. Try to act like they don't know what I'm talking about, and then I'll go with, surely enough, I'll say something that's not exactly sticking up for Christians, but on some other kind of topic of another behavior, and I'll get belittled or criticized for it. And then I'm like, see, there you go. And you were just saying, oh, what am I talking about hidden rules? I mean, I just proved it right there. I'm not going to tell you a whole story about it, but they act like they have. They act like they don't have no hidden rules or whatever in atheism, but they do. Everybody does, and then that's why that's why some Christians like each other and some don't, and some atheists like each other and some don't. I mean, so there you have it. That's the whole idea I'm giving you there. But yeah, everybody got their hidden rules and ulterior motives. One go and attack the other, one at war with the other, and you get called one name or another if you're not in somebody's clique. So it's not like in atheism there's any escape or not any, and then you get one with one Christian group. Yeah, you believe in a religion this way, and then not somebody else tells you you're going to go to hell because you don't believe this way. So, oh, okay, like if you got 8 other different people, you know, in a religion too, you know, you believe one way, and then you run into somebody else, and their way is the only appropriate way. I mean, who the hell do you believe? I'm like, and then what are you going to do? Go to each one of them and say, oh, you know what, you really made me see the light. I mean, yeah, like, yeah, right. I mean, yeah, everybody got their, like, hidden rules and motives. Drawing revenue and gain political power and control. Whether it's organized religion or organized atheism. And organized atheism has a fueled by their vendettas, just like the high-ranking, heavily funded gay rights crowds and all them. It's like all of y'all right there, you know. That's all I gotta say.